Welcome to Serenity Productions.
Hi! If you could, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out at the bookstore. Thanks!
You've been hitting that bag for a while now.
Yeah, well, the gloves are not really helping with all this pent-up aggression that I'm feeling right now.
I can see that. I can also see that your form is sloppy.
I'm sorry, who's the trained hunter since birth? You or me?
And I'm gonna let that one slide because of what we just found out.
Sorry, I'm just... I know, honey. I know. Breathing techniques in and out.
You know, it's really weird that vampires have breathing techniques, especially when you guys don't have to, breathe.
Yeah, well, it helps and it grounds me and it reminds me about my human days, which makes things a lot more manageable. So, just focus on the bag. The bag deserves all the aggression, not the people around me.
So you and Malcolm...
My brother...
Yes, your brother, who I have heard nothing but horror stories about.
Well, Eve and I were not exaggerating when we were telling them.
I didn't think you were. Just didn't think he warranted this much rage. Even with you being a newborn vampire, I thought you said Eve and you had put this all behind you.
Thought we had. I guess not. Oh, shit, honey. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit it that hard.
It was a really good punch. Though Fangs put the predatory smile away for all of 5 segundos. I feel like I should be giving you to the room. To yourselves.
Oh, shush. That's not gonna happen.
Okay, maybe I should have gone with BB and Scales.
DMI! Fangs!
No! No. Oh, there is girls talk Fangs, and then there's that, whatever that was. And your cackling is not helping.
Moving on now, please.
Okie dokie. So, back to the Malcolm problem.
Aunt Eris was right. The universe does have a funny way of making sure we're always on our toes.
Sasha. Okay. You've always given me glimpses into the problem between you and your brother. You've never actually gone into detail about how bad it truly is.
It's not good.
I gathered, but I'm going to need you to elaborate on it because even before right now, I never even knew this guy's name. He was the asshole or my brother. You never even said his name.
You never asked.
I didn't want to pry. I thought it would be rude. And that's not the rehabilitator in us, remember? We pry to an extent and then we let personal things come out on their own.
Fair enough. And thank you for not asking. That was very nice of you.
I know, right?
Oh, haha. You know that Malcolm, Eve, and I were close, right? We were really close. We weren't just cousins, we were training partners. The next in line in a long family tradition. We were supposed to be the next iteration of our parents. But when Aunt Eris... When she broke off, it started something. Malcolm was so glued to our grandfather, though. When he took the De La Cruz name, he became next in line to continue carrying on things. It was such a big deal, and I guess when he did that, it just started a chain of events, and I guess that was the first time we saw how toxic our grandfather was. But Malcolm idolized him, wanted to be like him, so he pushed us further, took us on more dangerous missions, and Eve almost died during one of them, you know?
Wait, really? You definitely never told me about that one.
We don't like to talk about it. Malcolm made the wrong call, and Eve... Well, she's Eve.
Good to know she was always a little self-sacrificing.
I think that was the first time we all found out just how self-sacrificing she is. I don't even think she knew she had that in her. After that, Eve pulled further away. Aunt Eris was furious with our grandfather for putting us in that position. It furthered her division with the family. And Eve agreed with her. Nothing Aunt Eris was saying was wrong. And the more danger that our grandfather put us into, the more sense he was starting to make. Eve started talking with Aunt Eris on the side about there being another way. And then I started pulling away too. Malcolm could never understand why we were so eager to get out of that life. It was an honor that we had been born into and a responsibility that we had to bear together. You know in Latin cultures that boys are always favored. Malcolm was always going to be grandfather's favorite. He was always going to be the one that he sank his claws into the most. It's not an exaggeration when I say we betrayed Malcolm. Because we did. We left him there alone to bear the brunt of everything. I guess we could have tried harder to take him with us. We could have tried harder to make sure that grandfather didn't mold him into the perfect little hunter, but I think we were more worried about getting ourselves out. Of making sure that we never ended up in a situation that we were in that much danger ever again. Given the current circumstances, it's kind of ironic.
Hey, that's not on you. You two had to do what was best for you. It sounded like you were more a cult than a great family. There was nothing wrong with you two wanting to get out when you did. You were kids.
Yeah. But we left one behind. We weren't ever supposed to leave one behind. And he was just a kid too. It's okay, Fangs. It's all in the past now.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
Last I talked with him was 5 years ago now. Last I saw him. 8. It's been 8 years since I've seen my brother.
Wow.
Alright, can everyone stop giving me the kick puppy look, please? I'm okay. It happened. Things were said and done that I really don't want to bring up again because I don't think the gloves will keep me from doing something very, very stupid, so... Malcolm is going to be here on order of the council, which means he's going to have to be on somewhat good behavior. which means we are going to be on better than somewhat good behavior. And if there is a kind God looking down on us somewhere out there, then we'll be able to just avoid him for the most part. Right now, we need to focus on the plan of getting Eve back. Nothing can distract from that, not even old family drama. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. With that said, the next full moon is in 2 days. BB is ready to try again. And now we are more prepared, which means that the connection will be stronger.
That is very good news.
Well, I hope that good news is going to turn into good results. I'm gonna go find BB and Largardia. I know they went off to find food, but sometimes those two get into trouble without meaning to. Fangs, I still hold that late night outing the three of you had wasn't the worst of it. And that you three are still hiding something from us. Hey, Sasha.
Yeah?
For what it's worth, I'm glad you and Eve got out. And if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, that doesn't include, pointy fangs.
I know, Sai. Thank you.
You got it.
I'll be okay, Fangs. I need you to promise me something, though. This can't be how it was like with Clay, okay? Malcolm is trained to fight monsters, and he will take any move against him as an attack. He will use that to justify attacking back with full force. Do not let him rope you into something like that. We have too much going on here for that to get in the way of what we're doing. Promise me, Fangs. Then try. And try your damnedest. You are not the same pureblood that left here all those years ago. You are better, so be better. Please. No matter what, at the end of the day, he is still my brother. And he is still a victim in his own right. I'm not using that as an excuse for any of his more recent actions, but I want you to know this is not just some abusive asshole. This is a man who's been through a lot and never got the chance to get better from it. So please, just don't let him beat you. So your people can see you can be the calm and steadfast leader they will need one day. And you make your mom proud. Thank you. We'll get through this. Just like we get through everything else. Together.